There are 140 survivor perks currently in the game, and that number grows with each new survivor. But out of all of them, which are the worst and are they viable? Using nightlight.gg, I found the 4 worst survivor perks in the game. The site breaks it down by pick rate and escape rate. The escape rates weren't especially helpful, as pretty much every perk fell somewhere between 22 and 32%. The pick rates were a lot more telling, however, with the highest picked perk coming in at a whopping 35.33%, while the lowest picked perk had a pick rate of just 0.09%. This is the metric I am using to decide the worst perks, and obviously you don't have to agree. I personally wouldn't have considered any of these bottom 4 as my contenders for worst perks prior to making this. Those bottom 4 perks being Pharmacy with a 0.12% pick rate, Up the Ante with a 0.10% pick rate, Teamwork Collective Stealth with a 0.09% pick rate, and Inner Focus tying TCS with a 0.09% pick rate. As a refresher, here's what the perks do. Inner Focus is a teachable perk learned from Hattie. Grants the ability to see the scratch marks of other survivors. Whenever another survivor within 32 meters of your location loses a health state by any means, the aura of the killer is revealed to you for 5 seconds. Teamwork Collective Stealth is a teachable perk learned from Renato. Whenever another survivor finishes healing you, Teamwork Collective Stealth activates, and both you and the survivor who healed you benefit from the following effect. It suppresses your scratch marks for as long as you stay within 12 meters of one another, or until one of you loses a health state. Teamwork Collective Stealth has a cooldown of 140 seconds. Up the Ante is a teachable perk learned from Ace. For every survivor still in the trial, Up the Ante is granted +1 token. Increases the odds of every survivor succeeding a self-unhook attempt by a stackable 3% per token, up to a maximum of 9%. And Pharmacy is a teachable perk learned from Quentin. Whenever you are in an injured state, Pharmacy activates, increases the unlocking speed of chests by 80%, reduces the hearing range of noises related to unlocking by 8 meters, and it guarantees an emergency medkit when unlocking a chest. My first impressions are that this will go poorly. These perks are not very impressive alone, and certainly don't synergize well with any of the others, but let's give it a shot. Mwah. Oh, do I have to be injured for it to work? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay. That bot just BM'd me? Oh, Collective Stealth of the bot. Teamwork Collective Stealth with the bot, baby. This is maybe like the safest area we can be in, because there should be no reason he comes back here. Oh, until he sees me there. Fuck, man. Immediately proven wrong. Oh, what a pallet that is, by the way. All right. That's insane. Nurses, maybe, with everything else? Oh, I didn't think that would hit me on this level. Good for her. Oh well. Okay. Okay, so I got some use out of each of the perks, minus up the ante. It just seemed like a throw to purposely attempt to escape the hook with such a little buff to luck. Out of 4 games, I died twice and I escaped twice. Not bad for the worst perks. Now I wanted to see if making a build around each perk could make that perk viable. I played a game using one of the bad perks and then allowed myself to choose any other 3 perks I wanted along with items and offering to give it the best shot for success. First up was Inner Focus, and I paired it with Object of Obsession, Dark Sense, and Fogwise. The idea was to get the buff from Object to do gens faster, but I misread the text of Object of Obsession. I was under the impression that every time I saw the killer's aura, I would get the 6% buff, but it's only when the killer sees my aura. So back to the drawing board. So it's only... Okay, so this whole build doesn't work. Damn. The revised Inner Focus build would be a flashlight save build. I would pair it with Champion of Light, Background Player, and Bond. I used a sport flashlight with 2 batteries and brought in a points offering. In the pregame lobby, I ran into an adorable Kate squad that wanted to protect me. I was a little worried this would interfere with the saves, but still pretty cute. We're doing a really stupid build challenge right now, so I'm playing like an idiot. I hope these Kates don't hate me for it. I should be doing gens. Hi. Yeah, sorry. Switching targets? I guess I'll... Okay, I'll do something. You guys clicking made me feel bad. Sure, sure. All used. That. Oh! Let's do it again. Oh, I got caught on that. I'm going down. Fuck.
I'll see you dead.
Damn, dog. Damn, dog. That wasn't really because of Inner Focus, but we'll take that. I'm surprised we were able to skirt by him there. I thought his body would have, I thought we would have collided that. It's surprised or surprised? Oh, you're out of juice. Ah. Yeah, he did see me click it a few times. Not click it, but like use it, so that makes sense. So, I only got one save, but it was a game changer for that Kate. The build felt good, but I don't think much of it was due to inner focus. I see how it could be nice to have that bit of aura reading if you are behind a wall to see which way the killer is setting up for the pickup, but if the killer takes longer than 5 seconds to do so, as many killers do to look for survivors waiting for a save, then you no longer have the aura reading and it's just a wasted slot. Ultimately, I wouldn't pick it for my 4th slot in a flashlight saving build. Next up, we had Teamwork Collective Stealth. The perks I ran with it were Teamwork Power of 2, Blood Pact, and Bond. I used a Ranger medkit with extra charges for quicker heals on teammates and brought in a point offer. The idea is to heal someone or get healed and then stay as close to them as possible to keep the buffs up. Ideally, we would heal or get healed by the Obsession for Blood Pact. We tried this over a few games because it was hard to get a teammate to want to stay with us, and just chasing them gave the wrong impression. But this one that we're currently running, this is the Teamwork Collective Stealth perk. I'm using the other Teamwork perk, Power of 2. I'm using Blood Pact, and then I'm using Bond so I can find people easier. This one's pretty much, if I heal somebody or they heal me, I'm their best friend. I'm trying as hard as I can not to leave them because we get buffs. The buffs are either speed or stealth, but that's a nice buff to have. But so far, people either don't understand what I'm doing and they just like, they try to shake me. They're like pissed that I'm following them, which like fair enough. I know a lot of people like to just be on their own. Or we just can't, like we get tunneled. So this is the last game I'm trying it. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, next game will be the last game I'm trying it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Make me the Obsession. Not the, a Chalupa Supreme. I am obsessed with a Chalupa, so it shouldn't be too hard to roleplay. Teamwork, Power of 2, baby. Does he see that haste? Does he know we're hasting together? Yeah, baby. Probably switch Bond for Prove Thyself to have some gen building. But this is really playing for teamwork. Oh shit, that's my babe. I gotta go, sorry. Get ready for this. Oh, well, I just healed the other guy, so you're not gonna get that one. But we have Blood Pact. Yeah. Yeah, collective stealth. We don't leave scratch marks anymore. I wonder if he thinks I'm just a weirdo. And Chalupa are biffs now. Biffles to the riffles. Like she's trying to lose me. Oh, we lost it already. Okay, we should be zooming now. 12%. It kind of feels like whatever. Oh, Chalupa. Fuck. Yeah, maps like this, it's hard to tell. While this game was much more successful, with teammates staying near me, even getting the obsession multiple times, it still just wasn't very good. The game really doesn't reward two survivors ever sticking that close, like fundamentally. Even having 2 or more survivors on a gen makes it less efficient. Having to stay that close to each other to benefit from a mid-tier buff like stealth to albeit a better buff like haste just isn't efficient. It's on par with following a chase from start to finish with a flashlight. You could be making better use of your time elsewhere in most situations. Our next build was up the ante. We used it with Slippery Meat, Breakdown, and Kindred. We brought in a brown medkit, and for an offering, Vigo's Jar of Salty Lips. The idea with this build is to attempt to escape on our first hook. We stack the luck with Up the Ante and Vigo's Jar of Salty Lips, and Slippery Meat gives up to 3 extra attempts. This skyrockets our chances of getting off the hook in a self-unhook attempt to 20%, from the original 4%. With 6 total attempts, this gives us something like a 2/3 chance of getting off the hook. Sick. Oof. What am I stuck on here? Oh my god. I didn't even notice. Fuck. Hook me, hook me. Yes. Whew. Juke Nation. She's still on me. I don't know why she keeps doing that. If I hit a grate, I think we can make up for this, because I used a little bit on somebody. So I need a grate. Fuck. Good. Fuck. Maximum range lunge, man. We tried. Hey, the build did what it set out to do. So there's that. Okay, on to the next. The build worked. The chances are in your favor with this build at a self-unhook, but with that being said, it is almost never worth the risk unless you have to attempt the self-unhook. This build is kind of a meme at best, because in most situations, you will have a teammate come for you. That is to say, if you think your team is letting you go from first to second hook in more than a third of your matches, this build has more value. Otherwise, it is just not worth the risk at only 67% efficacy. Our final build is for Pharmacy. With it, we are bringing Plunderer's Instinct, Ace in the Hole, and Open-Handed. We brought no items and a White Ward as an offering. The idea behind this build is to make those emergency medkits juicier with Ace in the Hole, and to find the chests easier with Plunderers. Also, we can just open chests while not injured to take advantage of the increased item rarity from Plunderers. He has Infectious Fright. We have a Skeleton Key. A bunch of add-ons. Like, this build I like without Pharmacy, if I'm being honest. Everything in this build is fun. Pharmacy's the worst part of it. Is it still here? We actually have a lot of stuff to play. I don't know if that ever works. Oh shit. Oh good. Get it, young jump, get it. Got Boozle. Yeah, I was like, I know you're gonna do that. That makes sense. Good job. Does the man get it in time? Steven, you were the best of us. You were the best of us, Steven. So, unfortunately, we never got to open a chest while injured during this match. Regardless, in this build, Pharmacy brings the least to the table in my opinion. A guaranteed emergency medkit might have meant something prior to the medkit nerfs, but nowadays it is basically a brown medkit for self-healing purposes. And you can only get it while injured, making it not a perk you can prep, say for instance like Inner Strength with Cleansing a Totem. My final thoughts. I'm still not sure if I would consider these as my personal 4 worst perks, but after playing with them, I can definitely see why their pick rates are so low. As with many things in DBD, a little love I think is needed for these perks. For Pharmacy, I would revert the need to be injured on the perk. It feels like a needless extra step for an already subpar perk. Furthermore, I would give the ability to rummage for a medkit once at any chest. You can take away the chest unlocking speed and sound reduction, as well as turn the medkit from green to brown, since the intention of this perk is to heal yourself anyways. For Up the Ante, I would remove the token system. Give a flat 9%. Having the percentage decrease with each survivor death feels unnecessary, as in practice you will probably get the most use out of self-unhooking when more of your team is dead. Getting punished for not using it sooner and not trusting that your team will get you feels counterintuitive. I think it also could use some love elsewhere, like giving an increased chance when interacting with killer belongings, or increased item rarity when looting a chest. Something. For Teamwork Collective Stealth, as well as the other Teamwork perk and even Blood Pact, I would remove the need to stay within a certain range of each other. I get the gimmick, but in practice, it doesn't give enough of a benefit to keep 2 survivors together for so long. I would instead make it a buff to any survivors participating in the heal and make it last a set duration, say 30 seconds to a minute. For Inner Focus, man, I think it just needs to be completely reworked. I can't think of a reason to see teammates' scratch marks other than info on where they are, and by that point, you are usually close enough to find them. Anyways, there are perks that just outclass it for info gathering. Bond, Empathy, Aftercare, to name a few. Aura perks are just too strong comparatively, and what's crazy is Inner Focus came out after these perks. I guess the ability to see the killer's aura for 5 seconds is neat, but only being able to do that within 32 meters of the chase feels limiting when perks like Alert exist and have gone through the same treatment I am suggesting. Remove the distance requirement and give aura reading on the survivor in chase rather than scratch marks. You could even give that part of it a distance requirement at 32 meters. Ultimately, I don't think I will be incorporating any of these perks into my normal play, except for maybe the occasional Up the Ante, for the memes. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to like and subscribe, as well as check out the description for my Twitch and Discord links. I stream 6 days a week at 8 p.m. Central, mostly DBD. All right, love you. Have a good one.